Happy.
Oh man, this song's gonna be in my head now.
Yep. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note, but don't worry. Ramblecast. Every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry.
Ramblecast.
A Ramblecast now. Somebody's a little bit off. There you go.
That was good. That was
That's
really
wasn't
lot
one of your
better.
best, but it was all right.
not bad.
It
It sucked. Boo! We hated it. You stink. Sorry, it's like the old guys, Waldorf, and
right.
it's like it starts off like.
Oh, it was good. I'm just teasing you.
No, it was. Yeah, is that who won? By the way,
no. Well, it depends on who you define as what won, because. What do you think? You think one thing that got the most votes would be the song those people like the most, but the one that got the least votes would be the song that they find least annoying. So
you had the least amount of votes.
I had the least amount of votes, so I might have.
Leave it to Nick to be in the silent majority.
Yeah.
No. So
you've been ousted as a speaker of the podcast.
Yeah, we did. 10 votes, man.
10 votes. It was so close.
Anyway,
really far down.
we kind of jumped to the verses though, and we can still wait.
Yeah, we can wait. It doesn't matter.
But
Yeah.
how have you been? How have you gentlemen been? I haven't seen you since about an hour ago.
About 5 minutes, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I haven't seen you all week. I mean, I did do Survivor today. I did have to do Survivor.
Oh,
that show's still on the air.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest with you, I was about ready to kick it to the curb. It's actually the first 2 episodes have been pretty good this year.
Have not yet seen one
How
episode.
that happens. Yeah. Like I think it was season 4. I watched season 1, 2, and 3. Loved Survivor. And then 4 was like a turd. I hated season 4. And I quit watching it for years until like the first All-Star season. And then I watched every single one until I moved to this house. And I have not watched a season since.
It just became. I think it's
fine with.
I think it's just a habit. I think at this point,
If
if I wasn't podcasting on it, I probably wouldn't watch it anymore. But I was ready to quit last season. Last season was terrible.
It's kind of like Deadliest Catch on Discovery. I watched every single season of that show, and it's almost like now it's like what you're saying. Like I watch it just because it's on every summer when nothing else is on.
Yeah.
And it's no longer a fun show in a way. It's just, it used to be all like, hey, this is a dangerous job. And they would show all these risks they take and all these things. And now, because they can only do that for so long, it's now more about the crews and the captains. And because you've gotten to know them after all these seasons, and you're just kind of like, oh, but it's less about the fishing anymore, more about the drama that happens on the boat. And you're like, I don't care. I don't care that you can't make your house payment, or what. I mean,
stop doing cocaine.
Sucks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stop taking illicit drugs and living on the ocean. Like
I've never seen the show.
Yeah, I mean, it can be very good.
Okay.
It can be very good. Like even this season,
I've seen more Deadliest Catch than I have Survivor.
Well, it's like, okay, so I don't know if this is guys ever happened to you. You're on vacation. Maybe
every
with the
time
group.
I go on vacation.
You're on vacation, and you're not at home. You're somewhere else, and then some asshole calls you or someone on the group you're with to say like, "Hey, your best friend died." And it's one of those things that just ruins your fucking vacation because
that couldn't wait till I get back in another month.
That's what I mean. I'm saying that there's nothing you can do about it at that point. It's like, I'm gone. I'm having a good time. I've saved up my time. I've saved up my money to do this. And yes, I hate that this person died, but now
you're ruining my trip because he died.
I'm saying is it puts you in a different mindset. And that's what happened this season. with this one guy. His mother or somebody died, and they called him while he's out in the middle of the Bering Sea to tell him this. And it's one of those things where I would have been like, "What the fuck do you want me to do about it?" I'm out in the middle of the ocean, and now all I'm thinking about is my dead mother.
Now, what would be
waited till I got back?
What would be the worst thing though if they called you to tell you because I think you care about the person that died, and you're like going, yeah, okay, and you're not really sympathetic, and they're like going, well, that's a pretty shitty.
Who's this?
So now you're not on vacation. You're on vacation. You don't have a chance to do damage control, and that person's gonna say, yeah, dickhead Nick was like really, just an asshole about the person dying. He was his best friend, and then you're like, hey, no, I didn't even know the guy.
If I'm on reality TV, and I guarantee half the country sympathizes with me being a fucking prick because that guy's mother died. He was an asshole, anyhow. I don't know. I guess
the guy that died was an asshole.
No, I don't know. I don't know the guy that died. I don't know any of these people. But I mean, I know I've been on a European trip though with people from my hometown. Where it's happened twice now, where someone will do that. Like they'll be like seeing the Colosseum or somewhere in Paris or something, and then they'll say like, "Hey, your mother had a heart attack" or something like that, and then they'll go, "Oh, but she's gonna make it." And it's like, then why would you tell me that? Because now I'm just worried about my fucking mother's probably a different thing. But
yeah, I can't back you on this one though.
I know I'm sounding.
I can't back you on the mom. I mean that's yeah.
By the way, this is just reminding me of the Office cold open when Andy's just like, "Hey, no matter what happens, just call and give me bad news." And it's like she comes in and says like, "Your mother's dead,
died."
Your mother died, and
well, this customer is more important than
yeah.
Well, I
love that opening, and as someone whose mother has died, I find it to be hilarious.
Okay, well, I just mean that like
I know that's morbid, but sorry.
But when you're in Europe and all of a sudden something like that happens, though, now you think I have to fly back and I have to cancel all this, and it's just I don't know. I see both sides of it, but it's one of those things where I wouldn't want to know. It's kind of like same thing as like if my parents, it's kind of like if my dad got cancer or something like that. To me, I know if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't tell anybody because it's like, no, I want you to remember me how I am. If I have a week to live or whatever,
you're doing the Norm Macdonald route.
Exactly. Yeah. That's me. I'd rather you remember me as me instead of going like, oh man.
Don't ever tell Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling. Yeah.
Kurt Schilling. I don't know.
Yeah, what Jack's referencing is that Kurt Schilling, former Hall of Famer, former Red Sox player.
No. He's not a Hall of Famer.
I'm sorry, World Series winning pitcher.
He should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's an
Arizona Diamondbacks. He's such a prick. So he came out on his podcast just to get internet clout like a week and a half ago and outed the fact that Tim Wakefield and his wife were both battling two different types of fucking cancer, brain cancer and pancreatic cancer.
Oh, fuck.
Like fucking awful, right? And they chose to keep things quiet.
Yeah, because I never heard anything about it.
Kurt Schilling, and for whatever reason, trying to get some clout for his show that no one listens to, but it blew up because it got hit Twitter and then that news spread like wildfire. And then literally like 3 days later, fucking the legend Tim Wakefield died.
Wow.
Which is so like, that was a hard one for me.
Don Orsello was upset.
Oh my God, I can imagine. I love Don. He's such a good dude. But like the whole, like Tim Wakefield was like, he was like a generation of for Red Sox fans. Like he was a legend.
Last of the great knuckleballer.
Yeah. Like and his story is one that's so great, coming from Pittsburgh, coming to the Red Sox. He got left in for that inning too long by Grady Little, and Aaron freaking Boone hit that game-winning home run off of him in the ALCS, and he came back the next year after that happened, removed himself from the roster to make room for other people, and then they brought him back in for the postseason, and it was all this storyline after that when we won our first World Series in 86 years. He was just something special, on and off the field. He won the Roberto Clemente Award a few years back.
And that, if people don't know, that's for doing like going above and beyond in your community.
Yeah, like he was
why I
just
never wanted
As
that.
Roberto Clemente died bringing aid to the Nicaragua plane crash.
But he
Way to
yeah,
make
so
me feel bad.
so Tim
I didn't want
Wakefield
to tell
was
Nick
just
if he was on vacation.
yeah, Tim
Appreciate
was
that.
just he was an incredible, person and player, and it's really heartwarming to hear all the stories that people are sharing about him, because every single one just shows how amazing of a person he was.
I haven't heard one bad thing said about it. I did when I found out Kurt Schilling did that, was Jason Veritek's wife
Pissed.
said fuck you, Kurt Schilling, on Twitter.
Pissed.
I mean, it just wasn't something. It's not. If he doesn't want it, if they want to keep their privacy, you have to respect that. And for what he did, that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's sad. He was a great pitcher, but he's just a great asshole though too. I'm not even talking about his politics. I'm just saying him as a person. He's just not a.
I met him. He's a fucking dickhead. Yeah, I met him professionally in my line of work.
Oh, okay.
And he was a complete fucking shitbag.
He tried to complain about Tony Gwynn one time stealing his signs, or I'm not going. He doesn't need to steal your signs to hit you. He just doesn't. Tony Gwynn was a machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just was like going, Kurt, you were always on my fantasy team. You won me many championships on my fantasy team, but I just can't support you anymore. There's a line, and he just crossed it. And we lost Dick Butkus today.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Best name in football.
He's been tweeting and all that different stuff. And I was like, they said it was rest in peace 51 on Twitter. My first thought was Trevor Hoffman, because that was Trevor Hoffman's number of the Padres. And it was no. I said Dick Butkus. I go, oh man, 80 years old. He's 80. 80.
Huh.
He had those great commercials. The tastes great, less filling. Became an actor.
Yeah. Miller Lite.
Great football. He couldn't play in today. Couldn't play in today's.
Well, a lot of guys couldn't play in today's world.
Yeah, because he used to. He was a big guy, and he
was the quintessential 1980s football coach. Like I see him with a big ass mustache, a huge gut, like the whole the Bearsta Bulls like skits.
I think you're thinking of Mike Ditka.
Oh, Ditka was the Bears, right? Butkus was. Oh shoot, yeah, I am.
Dolphins.
Butkus is Dolphins. No,
I don't think Butkus was a coach.
Butkus wasn't a coach.
He did movies.
Maybe
and TV.
He was an analyst. He was an analyst, maybe.
Oh wait,
he might have been an analyst. Yeah.
Huh.
He was a linebacker.
Yeah, he played for the Bears.
Yeah,
he did play for the Bears.
He did play for the Bears, but he didn't.
I'm getting him. I'm getting confused with his coach.
Mike, you're thinking Mike
Ditka. He played for the Bears. I'm confusing with Coach Ditka. That's what it is.
Yes.
They both kiss ass.
Yeah,
and they both look the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The famous Dick Butkus video you can find pretty easily is where they ran some kind of trick play or something like that. And he actually catches the ball in the end zone and then just that wasn't his position, but he scored a touchdown. A different game.
A lot of games where he just killed people.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he was.
Jack, can you share this picture?
I can, yes.
Yeah. I was watching some.
He just physically looks weird in this picture.
Okay. All right. That's Photoshop.
Look at those cleats, man.
Well, how could his head be that way?
He's just got it down, and then the pads, because they're so big back then, they.
This photo is from WGN9, Chicago's very own. They posted this picture up, so I don't believe this is doctored at all.
And that's the one they went with.
There's two other ones that they.
Yeah, what is those spike cleats? I mean, they got to be rubber, right?
No, those are. I guarantee they're just
metal,
basically nails.
Yeah, they look like nails. Really, Ty Cobb.
Over there sharpening them on the. Yeah, like if I showed you guys pictures of me in high school football, you'd think I was 3 times the size because growing up, my
I'm sure you were juicing.
Yeah, I was juicing. Yeah, that's just how it was. Those were the years, where it was still legal. It was a Sosa McGuire era. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because most of my gear was probably 15 years old. So the horse collar that I had was one of those big ass foam ones, and it just made me look like I was 230, 240 pounds, and I was probably 165 wet. So wet.
I know when I first started playing hockey, the shoulder pads were like football shoulder pads, and I go, God, this is the most uncomfortable thing. And so eventually later on, I got shoulder pads where they were like, I took out the shoulder pad part and just wore the chest protector in the back. Mm-hmm. I couldn't stand the
Buckus was a fucking coach. Yes.
Head coach?
No.
Okay.
He just had to be right on some level.
I had to.
Well, I know I wasn't really doubting. I just said he was not the head coach.
Yeah, he was getting confused with Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
The Bears.
The
Bears by
Ditka
far.
You
think the Bears by far worst team in the NFL right now? I mean, if they
next to the Patriots, maybe.
No, they're beating up. They're beating up on the Commanders right now. It was 27-3 at the half.
Oh, actually, hang on. So in 2001, Buckus was hired to be the head coach of XFL's Chicago Enforcers. He was.
Oh, nice.
I could have sworn he was on the coaching staff of the Bears. I'm losing it. Or maybe I am just really confusing him with Ditka.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going on a deep dive here too. So.
Okay.
Looking through the internet search.
Yeah, I'm like looking up like stuff about the Bears and where that came from.
Well, that was I was listening to some radio show, and some guy was debating. He said, "Yeah, the Bears defense in '85 was the best ever." And this guy, Mad Dog Sports, no. He's going. I go. They didn't give up barely any points. I mean, they were just amazing. And he's like, no. They didn't play anybody. I go. Well, they played everybody they had to and kicked their ass. I mean,
right.
what else are you supposed to do? I mean, it's just that defense was incredible. And that's why they won. It wasn't their offense, even though they had Walter Payton. But now it's the Paul Bears.
Oh, Jesus.
That was Matt K. That's like
the definition of too soon.
Yeah,
Is that the title of the episode?
Yeah, dude, Paul Bears.
The Paul Bears.
The Paul Bears.
The
Paul Bears.
The Paul Bears. Too much brat.
I just
How many heart attacks is that for you, Bob? That's a Baker Stussin.
Baker Stussin.
Such a good skit, man. Farley was the man.
Yeah, he was.
Anywho.
It blows my mind too when I think back about Farley and Belushi and all them. Like, they all died at like 33, and you're just like, dang, like because
far too soon.
But especially for Matt, Chris, and I, like we were just kids, when they died, and to us though they were full grown adults, like idols, and then it's like, and then once you pass 33 years old, you're like, damn, like that's way too soon.
Well, dude, they lived hard.
They did, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
they said, Belushi was stoned high and doing coke. He was heroin all the time, even when he was performing.
Yeah, well,
that's what makes it so amazing is how talented he was on SNL.
Yeah,
and most of the movies. Some of the movies were terrible, but we discussed this. I don't know, 8 months ago or whenever we were talking about, concussions in the NFL. That was the conversation. And I had told you guys about that, how James Belushi had said that's what he thinks his brother, that's what drove him to kill him, to die, is that he had so many concussions playing high school football as a kid that he dealt with the pains in his head with all those drugs. And, once you go down that road, you're not coming back, and because I think if, there would have been more safety like there is today, his brother would have still been here.
What you printing, Chris?
Nothing.
Well, it's a player for the Raiders. I'm trying to look. He got released because he got arrested. He's been having some really weird things going on. He got in the they put him in the hospital, and he came back. He said, "I was forced to go in there." And defensive lineman. What's his name? I got Crosby in my head, but it's not Crosby.
What are you doing, Matt?
But it's got to be head injuries. All of a sudden he's just going whack. And the Raiders stood by him by releasing him, because he got arrested. But they were it was the Charger game against the Raiders. It was like 90-10 Raider fans at Charger Stadium, but these fans walked by Mark Davis in his box and started yelling at him. You need to fire McDaniels. You don't know what you're doing. He's got the worst haircut. The worst haircut. I think we talked about before. Worst haircut known to man. He just doesn't know what he's doing. He's just terrible. Hopefully Brady can go in there and work his magic.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Way to chime in there, Matt.
I thought you were going to say something.
Nope.
It's kind of like Major League 2, when the announcer passes out from drinking too much. He's like, hit, caught. Like, he doesn't know what to do.
He's not allowed to talk.
Yeah.
Matt, did you take a couple gummies before this episode, or
I thought you were frozen for a while.
No, I'm listening to you guys.
He got all the Star Wars off his chest, and now he's just like, I'm done. I'm good.
Did you like the series?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Is he back there? I don't think I can.
I've seen the Legos before. No,
but Meowsers is way back. He's way
that's
back.
What you were doing. We're taking a picture of
Meowsers. He's in the Legos right now.
Fucking cats, man.
He's in the Legos or into Legos?
He's into Legos. He makes.
He can't put them together though. He has paws. He can't.
I know it's weird how that works, but no, he was all the way back in the middle.
We've seen what those paws can do.
That's right.
So it looks like he's invading a Lego town back there. So.
Oh, cool! You got the lighthouse.
Yeah. I got the lighthouse, and it's set up with the train stuff. Jack's like, please, dear God, did you guys get this out of your system in the Star Wars show?
Hey, it's better than dead air.
Yeah, I was going to mention
kind of
our regular listener, even though he hasn't chimed in tonight. Will Fry, like Chris and Matt went down to Disney World. He went this past week and was hitting me up every few minutes talking about,
Hey, guess who died?
Yeah, well, no. Yeah.
But just died, man.
Hey, guess who died?
Did you hear about Tim Wakefield?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, no,
your whole family got wiped out, Nick. But that's right. You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Okay.
That's right.
You'll find out when you get back.
I'll find out when I go back in December. Don't tell me now. When they're not there. No, because he listened to us talk about Chris and Matt's experiences at
that's a good one.
The Star Wars area.
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge, yeah. So he took a lot of our advice, and did a lot of stuff we recommended, and he when he got there, I was like, dude, you're gonna spend so much money, and then he did, like, sure enough, he got a lightsaber, and then probably half hour later, he goes, I'm thinking about going back getting all the crystals. I'm like, don't do it. It's because you do, like, once you get down that road, you want everything.
Yeah.
And
forever that.
And they have some pretty cool hilts in there too. You can purchase for like premium pricing. Like,
I think they just released Ezra's hilt. So
did they?
But not the new. Not I don't want to. But his
Sabine's hilt.
Sabine's.
Oh, Sabine's hilt. Okay, yeah. And I guaranteed they're going to come out with an orange crystal too, because now that they have the.
And we just lost.
We lost Jack. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, fine.
Anyway, that's it. But
that's it.
All right, Jack. We'll talk about the Chargers.
I was hoping to get a call. I was hoping to get a call that someone died. So
good luck, Will. Good luck, Will Fry. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, John, the retired guy, brings up a next verses idea. Well, let's do the verses. Let's find out the results.
Favorite celebrity? Oh, that died. I thought that's all I read.
Celebrity that died too young. Like
I had another one in mind, but I actually like this one. This one's.
Oh, you think you're gonna win, huh?
I was winning. I was winning the last time I checked.
Oh,
that was like 3 days ago.
So prepared,
Every
like last time.
time.
Like, oh yeah, I won, and now I've got another one.
Are we just going to always have the oldest person leading this podcast? Can't we get some new young blood in there?
I mean, it fits. I mean, we're putting polls on Facebook.
What do we define as young, too?
I think anything under 40 and under, I think.
So it has to be exactly 40 years age or
40 years and younger.
Okay.
Right?
What do the TikToks say about the weather down there? Let's put a poll up on TikTok and see if they get the people looking at the new kids and their hula hoops.
So do you guys want the results? Actually, we had a lot of people vote on this one.
Oh, okay. So people liked this one, huh?
We had 115 people vote on this one.
Damn. Boy, when I win one, look out, because you will not expect what's coming.
Oh, Matt, it is kicking in, Matt. It is kicking the fuck in.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna have a second one. I need to fucking catch up. Fuck's sake.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
All right, so in fourth place, we already know, with 12 votes, Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. In third place, with 24 votes, was Call Me Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Was that the
so
one?
You're telling me there's a chance.
Was that the one everyone was complaining that shouldn't have been on there?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't think that one should be on there.
No.
I don't fucking care.
But you got third place.
And second, with 38 votes, is
it's
What's Up by Four Non-Blondes.
all right.
Well, you tried.
Solid. Yeah. I was basically.
God knows you tried.
I was basically in
3 in a row.
And
It's
in first place,
it's not a dynasty yet.
and in first place with 41 votes, We Built This City by Jefferson Starship.
We built this titty.
Okay,
We built this titty using silicone.
This is the whole election is rigged.
She's got a big
the
titty.
election system is rigged. We've got this guy here who comes up with the verses, and he's already done all of the research. None of us have any idea. We came in cold with that. And
I didn't go, but I didn't go first.
The thing is,
I think you did. I think you did.
Did I go first?
Yeah, I think you did go first.
But
the thing is, as soon as you even announced it, I knew what you were going to pick. I sang the song before we even chose. I knew you were going to pick We Built This City because it is. It's constantly voted the most hated song.
We built this titty on silicone. Well, I'm going to go with John the Retired Guy. Favorite celebrities that died too young. Okay. And tell you what, I volunteer to go last.
Okay.
What?
Because the pressure of winning every week is just too much. It's just too much.
You gonna go with Buddy Holly since you were friends?
I told him not to go on that plane. I told him.
Chris, would you like to do the honors of rolling the die?
I can do that because I have a computer this week. So we're going to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Last week was the week.
You're correct, John the Retired Guy. You're right. It was not Jefferson Starship. It was just Starship. But
you know what?
Who made the list put down Jefferson Starship.
I already fucked up once, and you can't edit it. So I had because Nick goes. I go. Fuck. So I had to do it again. I go. You know what? I don't care.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
And you know what? We had still the most amount of voting in the last couple, I guess. So virtual. Ooh, cool. Okay, this is a different die roller. Okay.
All right, we're gonna do one dice.
One dice.
Roll the dice. So who's going first?
Nick was
first.
last.
I came last, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Nick got one.
Nick got one.
At least I'm still in third.
Matt, you're next.
Sure. Fuck this thing. This is rigged.
Chris is going to get 6.
I'm going now.
3. Chris wins with 3.
I win with 3. Okay, so I'm going first, and then it's a battle between you two.
Yeah, it's a one-off
tiebreaker. Yeah.
All right, Nick, you're going first.
It's a jack off because I'm not in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
2 for Nick.
2 for Nick, and
F5. Still worked out around third.
That's Chris.
All right.
Okay.
So for me,
Right
my pick of celebrity, my favorite celebrity, I should say, that died too young.
Oh wait, it's Chris. You're doing that. You're posting it this week, right,
Yeah.
Nick? Matt. Nick.
Fine, Jack. Yeah, I'll do it.
Because I'll just fuck up again.
Yeah, that's what you do.
This is how he got out of laundry with his wife. We already heard that. I know this. Like you get out of chores because you mess them up. You're like, I don't know.
No. I don't mind doing laundry. It's just bitch it. I go, if you want to do it, do it. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking.
And the parameters again are under 40.
40 or younger.
40 or younger.
Favorite celebrity that died too young. 40 or younger. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So you couldn't do Freddie Mercury, for example, because
I will say the following person on May 11th, 1981, passed away
at the
young age of 36 years old because of melanoma that spread to his lungs and brain from his toe.
His own damn fault.
Would be the legend Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize it was from his toe.
Yeah, he got because he always played soccer barefoot, and so he always got a lot of sun on his feet, and he got skin cancer on his toe. But because he's Rastafarian, he refused to let them amputate it off, and then it spread.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Bob Marley, I mean, his music is legendary.
Damn it, Matt! You stole mine.
This is.
I did think about it.
This is my time, Jack. Jack, this is my time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going.
All right. One love, Jack. One love.
Okay. I will say, the music of Bob Marley still unites people to this day, even though he's been dead for 42 years.
Can't do it.
We wouldn't have "Don't Worry, Be Happy" if we didn't have Bob Marley.
There's a lot of reggae music influence in today's music, all across the board, and I think reggae would never be as big as it was.
We wouldn't
if it
have
wasn't
punk.
for Bob Marley. Wouldn't have punk. Wouldn't have ska. Wouldn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And his music united people then and now. So my favorite celebrity that died far too young, before the age of 40, is Bob Marley.
Wow, that's solid.
Mine's Willie Nelson.
I get to go next. This is really tough because there's a lot of my mind always goes to musicians. I can't not think it says favorite celebrity, so it could be any celebrity.
Could be.
I was trying to think of like some really famous child celebrities that died young. Maybe that
Poltergeist girl.
Yeah.
She was from San Diego.
I can't help but think about musicians. So maybe, I don't know why. I can't. I mean, maybe Raphael the painter, but celebrity that I know or that
land the fucking plane, Matt.
I'm going with Jimi Hendrix.
So, good one, dude. Really good
club.
Yeah,
shit, you're gonna win. You're fucking gonna win.
Well, we don't know. Jack could pick Jesus. That was put out there. But no, I mean, I was just listening to, Electric Ladyland today. Voodoo Child is, I love, so good. Love his music. He's one of those people that I always think, what could have been, what I would have loved to have seen his career beyond that and into the 70s and the other musicians he would have played with. What would he have been like in the 80s? What would he have done with rap? Like all of these things with his life and music, and he had such potential. So
actually, you were going to win until you kept going on and on. So I think that's
fuck you, Jack. It was my time. This is our time down here, Goonies, not Jack. He's the
it's all over once you go up Troy's bucket.
All right. Fine, Nick. I concede the mic to you. Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy had a good choice.
Jimi Hendrix, the one-hit wonder. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not our time to shit on the other people that died. Okay. You're gonna pick Lincoln.
True story. Yeah. How did you know?
Michael Jackson died while I was on vacation. Actually,
see, and they ruined it. Right.
And you were like,
so did Farrah Fawcett. Died the same day.
That's
and
right.
Who got most of the press? The child molester, allegedly.
There's two. Think about Jimi Hendrix.
What are you shitting on me for?
Okay, fine. I won't. Fine.
Think about
we'll do that after.
On his own vomit, and that just shouldn't be.
All right. Well, I'll go with another musician as well. I'm sure Jack's going to go with John F. Kennedy. Because they're friends.
Yeah.
Not until
Joan of Arc, another great one, Matt. Yeah.
No, John F. Kennedy and I were friends until he got all that blood and brain all over my shirt. I said, "Dude, too soon."
I'm gonna go with John Lennon.
How old was John Lennon?
He's 40.
40.
Oh, that's a good choice.
And I'm gonna go with John Lennon
didn't we say under 40?
No, we said 40 or younger. And this is Jack's rule. So he said 40 or younger.
I did say 40 or younger.
So I'm going with John Lennon.
I'm going to go 39 and younger.
Even though I think John's creative years were past him at this point, I liked where he was going musically, and that when he came back, he was embracing, like what Chris was saying, he was embracing more like the reggae kind of island influences. And the thing is that we were robbed of the Beatle reunion that all of us wanted. And I think that's really why I would pick John, is because I secretly want that in my brain. I want that. It could have been in 88, it could have been in 94, it could have been just it's kind of like when Pink Floyd got back together for 4 songs or 5 songs in 2005. It's like everybody wanted that one time when the band got back together. And
but the reality is that okay, all right.
No, it's not your time, Matt. It's my time. It's my time. Right? Can I finish? No. I'm gonna pick John. Yeah. And then
I think John F. Kennedy was 38. He's saying he's 46.
He might have been.
Was he 46? No.
Damn, I'm 46. I'm gonna be 47.
Wow, I thought you were way older than that.
Is it my turn?
Is 38 the minimum age for president?
35.
35.
Yeah, we keep voting in guys who are in their 80s.
25 representative.
30, you can be younger and be president.
Yeah. Which I think it should just be all the same. Like it should be 35 for entry and 80 oldest, and that's
that orange motherfucker is so screwed. He's going to jail for a long time.
Dianne Feinstein.
He's so fucked.
Died.
All right, let's stay on track.
Actually, she's been dead for a couple months, but
she's been. That's why I wanted to pick Willie Nelson.
Never smoke weed with Willie
Keith Richards again.
All right, I'm gonna go completely off the musical thing. I'm going.
He's
gonna do it. I was gonna go Anna Nicole Smith, but I said no.
You serious?
No.
Are you gonna go for who I think you are?
Favorite.
I'm going with Princess Diana.
Oh, not what I thought.
Princess Diana. I mean, it was a very shock. I mean, she was
basically dead last.
You know what?
Randy says Carl from Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Carl.
Actually, if I was going from Walking Dead, I'd pick the girl who said, "Look at the flowers," and she shot her in the back of the head.
Little kid.
Yeah. I think
she was a murderer.
We need to start calling these the Jack picks as opposed to the J picks.
Yeah, the Jack pick.
Hey, I went last. Princess Diana. I mean, it was shocking when she died. She was.
It's a shock. You're talking about your favorite celebrity.
Your favorite celebrity, you love
Princess Diana.
You have the memorial plate in your kitchen.
I wanted to meet her. Didn't you want to meet
Elton
her?
John could write a song for her.
Here's the deal. Fuck the monarchy.
Yeah.
I get it, and that's what she was, that's why they didn't like her.
She was still part of the establishment, man.
She was, but she wasn't.
She joined into that.
She
sold out.
Sure. That's your favorite celebrity. Okay.
That's
I
my
always
favorite
wonder
celebrity
what
that-
would have happened if Diana would have gotten the band back together.
She got the band back. Yeah.
Well, she was basically murdered. I mean, those paparazzi, they killed her. It was
Yeah.
shocking. We were all sad.
Oh, you believe that one? Okay.
Do I believe that one?
She was going to spread the truth about the lizard
Dude,
reptilian.
she was pregnant with a foreigner's child. There's no way they're gonna. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the conspiracy.
End it.
Yeah.
The queen, she is more badass than Thrawn. She was like, execute. Order.
Execute.
Off with a head. Yeah, I'll go Princess Diana.
Execute.
Gotta mix it up, man.
Order paparazzi.
Yeah, execute order. Candle in the wind.
You guys have seen that South Park episode, haven't you? I fucking love it.
A candle in the wind.
It's basically where they're showing how Queen Elizabeth was really a hard ass. Like the whole polite was just a thing. And I forget who it is who dies, but like they bring Elton in and they go, Elton, we want fucking new material this time. We don't want some bullshit remake of a shitty song. Like, it's just like all chewing his ass out. And it's so good.
That's how she was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Did
But
put up with crap.
Going to what Matt's pick.
Go ahead. Shit
I'm
on
not
my
shitting on it. I'm just
Yeah,
like it's
shit
one of those
on my
things. It's one of those
pick.
things like with Jimmy. It's the same as with Jim Morrison. Is that like they kind of have that, or Kurt Cobain? It's like there's that little window where they're perfect, and then after that, like I can't see Jimi Hendrix playing in the late 70s. You know, I can't see him. I know, I don't know, but like I can't imagine the Doors making it to 1977 either because it just wasn't the right kind of music for that time.
Sure. You would have been really disappointed with what John Lennon did with the Beatles when they did get back together.
I probably, oh God knows, probably, yeah.
They may not have had the same.
calling
may
it
not
right
have had
now.
the same magic.
They probably would have never gotten back together. That's the thing, you know.
I don't know. I think that there would have been something.
But
somebody would have made them an offer. I mean, I know they're all rich.
What if it's like some kind of manifest destiny with the Beatles? It's like a power too great. It's like one ring to rule them all. That by the time they were broken, like one of them was always destined to die first. So if John would have lived, it would have been McCartney in '82 or something.
McCartney died in '66.
No,
so.
they would have survived, and they would have done like 17 final tours together with the Beach Boys when they're being like wheeled onto the stage and like throwing guitars into their laps. And we all would have gone and see them at the outdoor amphitheaters once a year for their final tour again. And it would have been a household thing. I think they would have kept playing. I think they definitely would have kept playing.
I think I don't know if we ever would have seen a true
together
Beatles
the Beatles
tour. I don't think I think George would have adamantly.
It would have been a one and done thing because I don't think they want to deal with that chaos. I mean,
I think it would have been like how like Led Zeppelin. I think Led Zeppelin when they go out would be Page and Plant on tour. It would not be Led Zeppelin. I think it would have been one of those things like Lennon McCartney on tour.
I'm Jimmy Page. I'm Jimmy Page.
Because George hated touring. You know, he was so traumatized from the tours and
he does have the funniest voice
that he didn't want to do it because they actually shot bullets at the plane in the Philippines. Like he did not want to do it. That's why during the Get Back sessions, they planned on doing a live show and he did not want to do it. He's like, I don't want to do it, and that's why they ended up settling for going up on the roof because and then you look at George, he only toured 3 times after the Beatles. He only toured twice. He did the concert from Bangladesh, which was 2 shows in one day. He toured in '74, which was a horrible tour because he had bronchitis or something in his throat, and it was terrible. And then he toured.
They were on tour for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, they just were constantly on tour or in the studio for years. And then he toured with Eric Clapton in Japan in '91, and that was it. That's the only times he ever played live again.
I would think because
I like to
so chaotic, and it couldn't have been any fun. And you're going from town to town to town to town to town. And like I said, when they were in Shea Stadium, they couldn't even hear what they were saying.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. I mean, it's changed since. I mean, it changed a lot. Because back then, Shea Stadium, you had to use the house speakers, so it sounded like shit. Compared to only 10 years later, you could have done it. And there was something else. Shit, I forgot what I was going to say, but.
Well, I like to imagine them as older Beatles and just being like,
nice pun.
What?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like, but
What?
yeah, like the song Heaven. Oh, I missed all that.
Imagine. I like to imagine them as older Beatles, and they're just like they're sending out their Beatle wives, to play. They're like,
well, McCartney is a workaholic. That's why he's still
like
still
Linda
going
and Yoko have a set that they do together. And it's like Linda's on keyboards and Yoko.
It's like the Grateful Dead concert, the drums sequence when they just play drums for 30 minutes. Everybody leaves when Yoko comes to sing.
It's Yoko screaming while Linda's playing keyboards and singing.
Oh
and
man,
it's just that.
Take a picture.
Oh, I think we should send out the wives now. And then they just like send them out for the set so that they go backstage and smoke some J's. Then they come out and they're
the song Heaven by Talking Heads, Jack, that's about touring.
Yes.
So you're talking about like, because that's just like, everyone's trying to get to heaven. The whole song is a youth for touring, and that like everyone's trying to get to the bar. Everyone's it's like, oh, heaven's the place where nothing really happens. And, it's the same, because what he's saying is like heaven is the same thing over and over and over again, and that everyone wants to do that until they get there, and they're like, this sucks.
Yeah, I could imagine on the Beatles level, like Elvis Presley. I mean, you got people trying to get in your hotel room. I mean, you got people stalking you. You got just chaos. I mean, it just, to me,
Elvis is like, send them back. They're too old.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like Taylor Swift today. I mean, she's the most popular thing in the NFL right now.
I know she is.
I'm glad she put the NFL on the map. Yeah,
it's blowing up. It's incredible. That girl. Well, no, sorry. That woman. That woman has
Marlo Thomas.
That woman has an incredible amount of power.
She does.
She does, but
it's actually fucking amazing.
I actually feel sorry for her. Actually,
like people are going to be studying her for years. Like it's a weird phenomenon. It's different from the Beatles. It's different than that type of fan base. It's a literal like.
Well, I think
half of the world is obsessed with her.
Here's my conspiracy theory about Taylor Swift is that she is capitalized on what every artist has done since the beginning of being famous, but she's just perpetuated it, because while she's still young, she will constantly go through relationship after relationship after relationship on purpose. Because once you settle, once you get married, once you have kids, your value as a celebrity diminishes incredibly.
Sure.
And so her whole thing is, I write songs about relationships and my exes and all that. And she'll do that probably. She's 32, 33 years old. She'll do that probably for the next decade.
No, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's 34.
Is she that old up? Wow.
1989. She's born. That's her album there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I mean,
she's not. She doesn't cause.
Oh yeah,
you don't hear bad things about her, right? You don't.
She's not Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
I'm just saying she's just
a genuine.
I think that
she appears to be a genuinely like great person. Like
that goes a long way. I mean,
who has a fuckload of talent?
And she's pissing off Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Yeah,
I love that. I love the stuff.
There was an interesting photo of her in one of the boxes, because she's with Hugh Jackman and
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, and it's like she's just collecting people who've recently left their wives like Pokemon. Like I guess that's all it was.
There's a meme going around that shows Patrick Mahomes' wife like this. They're all standing up and cheering Ryan Reynolds, all the famous people. She goes, "When you realize you're the sixth most famous person in the box."
Yeah,
she's like this going.
There is a rumor that people are saying that she potentially might be a secret addition to Deadpool 3.
Oh,
really? Oh yeah,
for the role of Songbird, who is a character in the MCU that I believe gets their superpowers through music. Which I
thought it was going to be Dazzler.
Maybe whatever. I'm not quite.
No,
but in that box was the cast of Deadpool 3 and the director.
Okay. The there's supposed to be a lot of X-Men being brought in for that Deadpool.
She's no
3.
Dean Spanos.
So,
That's true.
So that's why there were also rumors about her being Dazzler. So
Dazzler.
Yeah.
But
she went through the regular metal detector at the game the other night.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah.
And then she left one night in the popcorn machine.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like,
we
have
those
big metal things. They put all
so she could sneak out.
Yeah, they rolled her out on that so no one would bug her.
What if you like popcorn?
The popcorn machine was not an actual popcorn machine.
I wouldn't mind being trapped inside of a popcorn machine with Taylor Swift because I love popcorn and she's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you'd have a lot to eat.
Kind of buttery.
It came out all.
All right.
All righty.
And that was Matt, everybody. So
there was a meme. There was a
we never took a commercial break.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's take that commercial break right now.
Okay. There was a meme the other day of a woman go
Max Rebo. The Max Rebo Taylor Swift?
I like the Max Rebo. That was good. Yeah. That was an animal rights person going, stop eating crab legs. How would you like it if someone cracked open your legs and ate you out? And like you just see someone going, I wouldn't say no.
Oh my God. Those protesters against oil or gluing their hands, I think we talked about before, to the streets, and they're having to come out and cut the cement up to get the street up. I was just like, you're not helping your cause. I don't think
at all. No.
You're blocking traffic. You're just pissing people off. I mean, I'm not saying you can't protest, but you pick and choose the right method to do it. I don't think that's the way to do it.
They're not drawing positive attention to their cause.
No, exactly.
No. Exactly. It's negative.
There's so many ways you can do it.
Plus, you're fucking up your hands.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
For what? Yeah. Oh, shit. There's something Matt said.
I've
forgotten.
What? Something that I said?
Yeah, I've forgotten what it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Taylor
Swift. I should have saved the photo.
Taylor Swift.
Talking about
eating with Taylor Swift, I should say.
Yeah. Talking about the photo or Jack. Talking about if you're the sixth most famous person. There's another version of that photo where all the famous people are up on top of it, and there's like regular folks below them, and there's this one woman, and she's clearly like probably cleaning, like licking her teeth, but it's like that, and the caption is, "The Phantom Dick strikes again." It's so good.
I don't find that funny.
I don't see any humor in Phantom Dicks. Phantom Menace was worse enough.
Jackson Glaffeler says Taylor Swift has been rumored to be dating Formula One driver Fernando Alonso.
There's a name.
Okay. Well, she likes the sports guys. So, sporty guys.
She also likes musicians, dude. She dated John Mayer.
Yeah.
Who I'm going to be seeing tomorrow night, actually.
By himself or with?
What if she's like the Highlander?
Solo tour.
What if she's like the Highlander and she's just absorbing all of these people?
Although Steve Miller showed up at a show last night in Madison Square Garden.
Like with each,
I saw Steve Miller
person, she becomes 5 years ago, and soon we'll have Mega
about
Swift.
30 years too late, but it was
Mega Swift. Sorry,
I know you got two people talking.
I'm just don't mind me. I'm really.
I was intrigued as to where
I'm just
you were going
imagining
with
this large kind of not Godzilla, but like robot.
Like I heard you talking like essentially about Voltron there for a second.
Taylor Swift. It's like an ultimate Taylor Swift. She continually absorbs all of these relationships, and just they become stronger and stronger.
So we never see them again. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a Pokemon kind of thing. Like at first, when we saw Taylor Swift, we were like, "Oh, that's cute. She's like this country, And then it's like she morphed, and then she keeps, and pretty soon she's going to be like, like this, like Ultra Swift. Anyway,
Ultra Swift.
I'm just tangents. I don't know what's going to happen. I think
Ultra Swift. That is that the name of the show?
Yes.
Ultra Swift.
Ultra Swift is the episode title.
She could bring about like the next change in our evolution.
Wow, man, what was the
Gotcha.
THC count? What was it like? What was those like 30s, 40s, 50s? What were those? Because you were on a plane, man.
I'm loving it. I am loving it. I will say though, I mean,
Taylor Swift is my savior.
Like the power that she has, like to do, like she can literally make crowds of people do things like more influential than any like charismatic leader that I've ever seen.
She's more powerful than Trump.
You think she'd win the verses?
I think she'd win presidency. Like, and then
she's legitimately like. I mean, I can only imagine like the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are all trying to find ways to be able to capture her as part of like
if she's smart, she stays
she
away.
She is like a Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
She is a Pokemon. Like,
I mean, there's literally no reason for her to get involved with.
Yeah,
just
she can just
ignore it.
She's stronger.
But she actually is very like political. But she doesn't use her platform for it.
But that's the way celebrities should be. You know, I said that before. That's why I always liked Paul Newman, because he said that back forever ago. Is that just because I have a microphone doesn't mean I should use it? You know, everyone should be able to make up their own.
He could really take down some deviled eggs.
He could.
50 of them.
At least 50.
50. No one can eat 50 eggs. It's one of the grossest scenes in movie history, I think, because it's the whole time you're watching, you're like going, "I'm never going to eat another egg again."
Yeah. I think I stumbled across that at one point. I was like, "What?
Oh wow, cool!" And Luke's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Jack and I are a bit biased because we love, Butch Cassidy, Sense Kid, and Cool Hand. I mean, Paul Newman had like a run there from like 65 through like 73.
Fantastic actor.
Awesome.
What's that one where he's?
Is that what you made? What we're getting a live update for those that are just listening.
Yeah.
Chris is showing us this thing that he has been 3D printing. Oh, it's one of those cubes that can continually like reverse. Oh, that's cool. So it's a cube and it just endlessly, it's an infinite cube in that way.
Wow. What do you do with it?
I'm loving your narration, dude. This is fantastic. I need the weed that you get because it seems amazing. Like,
so he keeps rotating it around. It's a 4 by 4 square, but then it goes into a 2 by 8 rectangle, and then he continually rotates it. So
cool thing is it printed in place like this, which I think is kind of cool. So everything's all
enclosed. Yeah. That is.
I'm actually currently printing a dragon. Because I'm a nerd.
I also sent one to Chris, guys, the other day of it's a fist.
Yeah.
Because I had figured he would like a fist.
Oh yeah, with the middle finger.
Yeah, the middle finger is
He'd like a fist.
It's a fist. I figured Chris would like a fist.
Of
all of us, I figured Chris would like a fist.
It's a mortise fist.
He probably could handle a fist, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he'd like a swift fist.
There's a big hole where the middle finger is, and so you don't know what it is. But then when the guy like flicks it out, it's like one of those lightsabers. It just it flips the middle finger
it's
out.
Like extra long.
That's pretty awesome.
I made a wrench the other day. I printed in place a fully operational wrench, which I thought was kind of cool. Nothing else down here though. Bunch of other shit.
You have to print that with food, Randy. 3D Kit Kat bar.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Give me a break.
Off a piece of that.
Nobody tell him.
Tuna.
Yeah, so I did have to go out and buy more filament though, because
okay.
I went through my first roll.
Where do you buy filament at? Is it
once you go through one, you get a taste for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. There is you
get a swift taste for it.
There's always been a blank space in my heart for some filament. Oh, I thought we're not doing what Taylor Swift memes here. Oh, never mind.
I see what you were doing.
Thanks.
There.
Yeah, I got it.
Left me hanging, dickheads.
Okay, high five.
High
To
shelf
answer your
reach.
question, you can get it at the local electronics store, which I bought the printer from, but I got those rolls from Amazon.
What does a roll cost, if you don't mind me asking?
Like $25.
Okay. And how much can you? Well, I guess it depends on the
But
size.
you have to do it all in one color, right?
Yeah. So I bought blue and a dark gray. But yeah, you do it all in one color. Some like the more advanced printers, you can have multiple nozzles, so you can have different colors going down to it. But I'm not there yet.
Nozzles.
Multi
nozzles.
I'm not there yet. I'm still messing around with it.
You're gonna get like a full body scan of Taylor Swift and slowly piece her together
and put her in a popcorn machine.
Yeah, weird. It's weird.
Be a very hard Swift.
Like, yeah, it would be. Something would be hard.
I think you would want it softer, but whatever.
That got really weird.
Hey, Chris, does the filament come in like
flesh color?
Latex?
Yeah, like,
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, where's we going with this? Okay.
I don't know.
Where do we go from here?
What we have here is failure.
Failure.
Failure. And communicate.
Anyone
Cool
start?
Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah,
Cool Hand Luke.
Classic. Did anyone start Only Murders yet?
No.
I have gotten farther into Only Murders.
I have 2 more
but I'm
episodes
not-
to go.
Okay.
And they've renewed it for season 4.
Yeah,
What?
it was actually quite shocking. Yeah,
Someone else must die.
Yeah,
I am shocked by this news because the way that it made it sound and the way that I thought Steve Martin was kind of making it sound like he was done. Like this is it.
they said that 3 was going to be it.
3 is it.
But the ending of 4, you're like, oh, okay, there's going to be another one. It has to be. And then I just read that it got renewed.
Hulu's probably like, I mean, we've got a winner
Steve
here.
Martin-
Everyone's
a good
trying
show.
to kill Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix is doing a pretty good job of doing that by itself. But,
Yes.
Because, I mean, really, they haven't put out any good original content in a while. And then Stranger Things 4 or 5 is not coming anytime soon. So they don't have it's not like it's like Apple, where Apple was churning out like hit after hit every month, but now they've kind of lulled until next month when we have For All Mankind coming back.
Usually I go on Netflix. I'm just watching something.
I will
Yeah.
always champion Apple TV for giving us Ted Lasso. Love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Lines from that still pop into my head. Just the other day, that scene with Roy Kent, and it's from season 1, and he's just talking to Keely, and he's being duped into believing in what Ted is doing, and he has this impersonation that he does of Ted, and it's just so fucking hilarious where he kind of gets his stirrups and he's like, howdy y'all, like he says, howdy y'all, I'm Ted Lasso, I'm from Kansas, and it just cracks me up, like his version of doing Ted Lasso. And he's so pissed, he's so adamant, like I'm not going to be duped by this guy, and the whole time he's being suckered into Ted Lasso's way of thinking, and just where that show goes, it's just
it's amazing. It's amazing.
This last season, though, because I tend to like dark humor and dark shit, and so this season when he goes on his tirade about bullies, I was on the floor. With that.
Yes,
yes. There's only one way to deal with bullies. You sneak into the house at 4 a.m, and then then of course Beard's like, which is statistically the best hour to go into someone's house, because like of course Beard would know that. It's like, and then you tie the rope with red paint, and then you just start hitting them over and over and over again until they wake up and they think the paint is their blood, and as they beg, you just look at them deep and you just keep hitting. It's like, God, you're so fucked up.
It was so good.
But he was such a compassionate person.
Yeah, but like that came out of nowhere, and you knew that was probably something very personal to him. And you're just like, oh my God.
It was so fucking detailed. It was. Oh man,
That show was really something else, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that brought people together in a time that probably needed it most too. You know, I mean, when that show first came out, it was right in the middle of the pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it came out before the pandemic, but it really caught on during the pandemic because people had so much time that they were like, oh, like, what should I watch? And so a lot of people binge watched a shit ton of stuff in 2020, especially. But
yeah, that was such a good show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started. I'm halfway through season 1, or maybe more than halfway through season 1 of Invasion.
Oh, I didn't start. I heard a lot of people. It depends on what kind of person you are. Like, I heard that the build in season 1 is so slow because you want the invasion to happen, and it doesn't happen until like way into the season. But then after that, it gets really
what show?
Good. Invasion.
Oh,
Invasion.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard good things about
it. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard good things. It's just one of those things where you're expecting an invasion, and so like for like the first so many episodes, it's like, where's the fucking invasion? And then it finally does happen, and it gets going.
August
2020. Okay, thanks, Matt.
But yeah, Invasion's pretty cool. I mean, it's got that like, real intense, almost what's it, Shyamalan-esque, feel to it. That first season, kind of not seeing the whole style of the movie. You don't actually see or experience the villain or the bad thing. You only just get the sense of being around it, type of thing. Really, really good. But you're right, and it just kind of all of a sudden goes crazy towards the end of the season. It's been good. I had no idea it had already been out for a full almost 2 seasons now, or maybe I think it's in the second season.
Season 2 came out fairly recently.
Okay, so I'm not that far behind.
No.
But it's worth a watch, man. It's really, really good.
And then Loki, season 2 came out today.
Came out today. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's
so funny how much of a shit I don't give about that Marvel universe anymore. I don't even care.
I really liked Loki season 1.
Loki was good.
So
I liked Loki.
Yeah. I mean, of some of the TV shows that they did, I thought it was really, really kind of a fun take on that. So I think the first episode was a bit slow. So
of season 1.
Yeah. But I think by the time like you got to like the third episode, it really started to cook, and that those last 2 episodes just kind of left you. But such a short season too. I think there was like only 6 episodes.
It's setting up Kang, and then of course now I'm not sure what's happening with him with his legal stuff.
Right.
But
right. Talk about recasting, right?
Yeah, for real.
The 3 of us, I know Jack loves this subject matter, but the 3 of us talked on Owen and Baru's. So if anybody's wanting to know our feelings or thoughts about Ahsoka, feel free to listen to that, where we talk about Ray Stevenson and what do you do with a character who's been brought to life, and then you have to make a change. So, but yeah, I mean, Kang, what do you do?
I mean, he was, to me, I know nothing about the actor or his personal struggles and whatnot, but like even with the latest Ant-Man, Quantumania, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one really good thing in that movie. To me, it was kind of just like, okay, that should have been cut out. That should have been cut out. Like it just felt. It wasn't that good, and like I felt
I loved it.
Nailed it. Really? Okay.
I did. I thought it was fun as hell. Like, and I think that one of the craziest things about that movie is that you don't realize it, and you think about it after the fact of how great of a job they did living in a world that was 99.9% green screen.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that movie was so well done, and it was like completely computer generated.
Yeah.
I thought they did a phenomenal job. It felt really good. I thought it
was a lot lighthearted and easier to watch than Guardians.
Yeah.
Guardians 3.
I love how cheesy they made MODOK, and how it was perfectly cheesy because it's exactly how he needs to be. Like, I had a lot of fun with that movie. I thought it was really, really good. Okay. And fucking Bill Murray, like what? The fact that Bill Murray was in that movie, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, so we did talk about this when it came out, because like to me, like I thought that whole scene should have been cut, but I get it.
Yeah.
It's Bill Murray. But to me, like the plot was Lord of the Rings, and so I was like, "Oh, this is all Lord of the
100%.
Rings," and I was just kind of like, "Oh," and so I guess what it is. If I figure out the plot, I tend to lose interest, and that's what it is with me.
Yeah, I just had fun with it.
I didn't say I hated it. I just didn't, love it as much as I mean. Whereas like Matt saying with the Guardians 3, he's like, I liked Guardians 3 because it was so weird. Of just like you went from literally like funny as hell scene to like fucking rip my heart out, within minutes.
I think it's the rip my heart out part. I don't want to go back and watch it.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I got a quick question for Nick.
Yes.
Now, if you're on vacation, you watch somebody on TV die, does it ruin your vacation?
Depends. Like when the polar bear died and Lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruined
That ruined. Okay.
Ruined
All right. All right. Go ahead.
Derail.
Derail.
Anyway.
Derailed.
Yeah. What is there any other thing else? I know you guys haven't watched Ragnarok.
I'm still watching the Foods That Made America.
Yeah.
Went through the Cola Wars, the Soup Wars, the
Soup Wars,
the chip wars. I
told you
talked about that. Yeah, it was a good one because you're thinking, okay, Fritos.
Yeah,
I like Fritos, but it's like one of those things where you go, I just don't get them all the time because I can't eat it. I don't know, you just can't eat them all the time.
The stones.
The original Fritos.
Salt.
Yeah, the original Fritos, I can't eat them like all the time. But I grew up eating the barbecue Fritos, and then they quit making them like 8 years ago. And I was having to import them in from Canada because that's the only country that had barbecue Fritos. But like last year, they started making them again.
Shit that you shouldn't have in it.
If it's in Canada, which will restrict the fuck out of anything, then it's safe.
Okay, all right.
Whereas in California, it's trying to
this Taylor Swift like Fritos. Really?
Yeah, California's trying to outlaw Flamin' Hot Cheetos because red dye 50 can cause cancer. So anything that has red dye 50 in it, they're gonna
blame the Fritos.
Red dye
because they invented Cheetos.
Red dye number 5 used to cause cancer, right? They took it out. Yeah. So
I mean, I'm sure if they'll reformulate or whatever. But
yeah,
I like how Frito and Lay's got together.
Yeah, I mean, that was good in that documentary. I mean, in that episode, is that like instead of trying to be a bully or someone going like I'm gonna outdo you, he just went, hey, you're on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast, let's join up, and you're like, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, and I like the Nabisco guy. I didn't know Nabisco. The P was biscuit.
Yeah, I said that last episode. Yeah, I never knew what the Nabisco stood for until I watched that. I was like, oh, that makes total sense.
I go, oh, that makes total sense. But the lawyer was such a dick.
Yeah.
Man, it's if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. It's fascinating how these companies take off and like Campbell's, like Campbell's soup was just it's just amazing how much soup is sold.
Yeah. And up until that point, it wasn't.
No, because people in America didn't like soup or didn't.
Well,
it wasn't like they didn't consider it a meal. Plus, it was so. It was 40 cents a can.
Because they would pack it with the water and everything in it, so you get these huge cans. And so the guy behind it, I know Chris and Matt are so enthralled with soup.
No, I love.
I'm fucking fascinated by this.
Okay,
listen.
Yeah, that's like you should watch it because it was really neat just how like this guy figured it out. He's like, oh, we need to just bring it down just to what you need. And put in this little can versus these gigantic, and just being able to ship it. And it was just, like I said, like this whole series is pretty fascinating.
And how they, because the cans would have lead in it and they soldered it with lead and it sometimes the cans would it would be spoiled and people would die from eating the stuff.
Oh, wow.
So how they figured out how it was Heinz that figured out how to seal the cans without killing anybody.
And then Campbell's had to send in infiltrators to figure out how they figured it out. And
basically, it's how they. I mean, it was pretty simple how they did it. But
my grandfather worked for a Campbell soup factory.
Oh.
Did he?
Yeah. So I growing up, we just had all this Campbell soup stuff, and anything in the Campbell soup family of foods, he would always bring home stuff. So we always had like pot pies, Swanson pot pies. They were always like around. And
that's fucking awesome.
But
I like the cookie one because you had the the guys that basically started Nabisco, before it was Nabisco, he basically forced them out. It was their lawyer,
right,
forced them out, and they started Sunshine, which developed the Hydrox cookie, which came out before Oreo, and then Oreo came out and just
annihilated.
Well, I mean, they even said why would you name a cookie
came out first?
Yes.
Yeah, Hydrox came out
what the
first.
fuck are you doing with dude? Hire me. I can name shit. Why would you ever call something Hydrox?
Exactly. Sounds like laundry detergent.
Yeah, it was
and Chris,
why they called it Hydrox, but it was
Chris, you basically like you did what most people do when they figure this out. They're like, how in the fuck did Hydrox come? Because there are people out there that don't even know what a Hydrox is.
Oh, yeah,
like they've never.
They should have called it a Taylor Swift, and then you could say you're eating a Taylor Swift bite after bite, right?
I mean, lots of people would eat Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So.
But
Jesus Christ,
when
you guys are awful.
The Hydrox,
I just don't even understand how you
the Sunshine Company, like it made it like it was huge, but when the Oreo came out, totally killed. I mean, the Hydrox never.
I mean, Hydrox stayed around for a while, but they quickly became second. Yeah,
and it never got close again because the Oreo is far superior to the Hydrox.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's lots of really cool. I mean, even like Heinz ketchup. I mean, I didn't realize that. It was catsup, which was a Chinese or Japanese topic. Things they would put on old meat, and it was not ketchup based. It was like a black stuff, and then he figured out over trial and error how to make this ketchup based ketchup. And
that's why I always laugh when they said tomato ketchup, and now I get it.
I get it now. Yeah, exactly.
Because there was other ketchups other than tomato. They used to make it out of was it celery or
celery.
Celery. It's like,
but just little things that you just don't know. Why would you know? That's pretty cool.
And the Cola Wars is fascinating. And
it ravaged America in the 80s. For those of you that didn't live through it.
Well, what's funny is the guy that was the CEO
1880s.
The Cold Wars and the Cold Wars.
I remember when Cola changed its formula.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, this sucks." Yeah, and it was done. It wasn't done intentionally, but when they came back and brought the other old formula black, it shot their sales up. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't done intentionally. They planned on.
I mean, we also remember Crystal Pepsi,
and
big deal.
Yeah, a big old deal.
I just read
there was no crystal meth in it.
That's in the private chat.
I'm not saying
one of your
anything.
Best comments ever.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just go ahead and say it on the air.
Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking terrible. I love it.
Anyway, if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. It's fat. They have like the pioneers that built America, the frontiersmen that built America, and it's an interesting series. And the food, like I said, Nick's the one that said about the food one, and it's so good. Yeah, it's one of the going back to the Cola Wars one. The thing I did not know, which I found extremely fascinating, was. There's, because people always make that joke of like, what can you start putting cocaine back in my Coca-Cola?
Right.
And they actually say that it's like, actually, there still is coca leaf in Coca-Cola,
but it's not
it's not cocaine. Yeah. And,
right.
and Coca-Cola is still the only legal importer of coca leaf in the United States.
Oh, huh.
And I was like, wow. I mean, that's something like this, the amount of shit you can learn watching this. You're like, that's pretty cool.
And
so,
yeah.
Two things that I just learned about Hydrox, actually. Because I have guilty as charged with sitting here Googling Hydrox. It's named after, it was inspired by purity and goodness, with a name derived from the hydrogen and oxygen elements within the water molecule.
That's right. That's where the name came from.
And I just found out that through 2012, Hydrox was the cookies that Carvel ice cream cakes used for their cookie crumble.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay. Huh. That's fucking interesting.
Yeah, no wonder they.
Do you guys have Carvel?
Alive. No.
Yes.
No. You get Carvel?
I know it.
We don't get that here.
Some fancy stuff.
Carvel was awesome.
That's some East Coast shit.
Yeah.
And I forgot to say last week, the daughter of Post, when she's the one that built Mar-a-Lago.
Oh,
She built it.
Oh, okay.
She built that city. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I doubt that it's worth $4 billion.
Yeah, I don't think they make Hydrox anymore, do they?
No, they don't. They went out of business.
Oh, they did?
I know my was it Jay? My dad bought Hydrox. And he goes,
Oh, and Jay whined
Jay's
about it.
where's the Oreos? He goes,
Right.
These are like Oreos. He goes, no.
No.
I go, you said that? I go, Jesus Christ.
But if he had known that they were on Fudgy the Whale's tail, he would have been all over that.
You wouldn't say that to Taylor Swift. Am I right?
These aren't double
Dude,
stuff.
you can buy Hydrox right now.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, can you?
They're not bad. I mean, I used to eat Hyd because
they now make those Oreo thins.
Yeah.
I don't like the double stuff Oreos.
I do.
I know you do.
I wish they'd make the double stuff in lemon, or like the cream, the vanilla cream. Oh, that's weird. That's blowing my mind.
Well, it looks like it looks like
we're looking at a Hydrox.
Can I say it? It looks like a Nazi box. I mean,
it does.
Am I right? I mean, look at the box. I mean, it looks German.
I mean, you ready to throw in competition for the episode title?
It looks like a Nazi box.
Looks like a Nazi box.
Am I wrong? When you first thing I saw, I said that looks like a Nazi box.
Yeah,
we got the American flag up there. Big deal.
It definitely has a
the Führer's favorite cookies.
Like a
what is this cookie doing here?
Sound of Music-esque feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It does.
It's like
Nick,
like
do you know
Austrian, Swiss.
Nick, do you know what Indiana Jones's dad said to him about Ilsa?
She talks in her sleep.
He said that's a Nazi box.
That's a Nazi.
Fuck. All right, let's wrap this up because this is going in the wrong direction.
That was a deep cut.
Yeah,
I thought Nick would appreciate.
I thought it was funny.
I didn't leave it in the chat.
I also want to go to bed.
Okay.
All right. Well, if Chris wants to go to bed, then we need to.
Hey, we got 2 podcasts under our belt tonight.
Right. Yes. Well, 3 of us do.
Well, Jack was doing Survivor.
I did Survivor.
So
No, I did it tonight. I did it tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said earlier in the show.
Oh, I don't listen to you, Jack.
He just listens.
I've been Swift.
Just to.
It's like when the Swift boat was Carrie got Swift boat, right?
Yeah.
So now we know what that means. Now we know what that means.
Then you get double stuffed in POW.
Yeah. Matt's favorite cookie.
On with the show. This is Swift.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I just forgot where I was.
Swift kick in the Nazi box.
I like that one. Yeah.
It brings it all together.
Okay, we got to wrap this up because someone's gonna say something wrong here.
We just did.
That's what we try to do. That's what we do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was good hanging out with you, gentlemen.
I had fun.
Mm-hmm. Send us your email.
I think this could be our last podcast and we could be canceled.
rcadcast@gmail.com. No one sent an email that says you guys should stop yet. If you want to vote on the next versus,
the FCC hears this though. I'll tell you.
If you want to vote on the next versus, go to the oldest social media app on your phone or download it, and then ask to be joined into the Jay and Jack Facebook group. We'll get back with you in about a week, and then click on that poll.
Oh, do you have to be a member of the James? You have to be a member of the group.
Yeah,
to vote. Yeah.
Are there people that want to get in and no one's approved them?
I don't know, but
I think all you have to do is just join the group.
Yeah,
like,
or
it's
you
not a
just
big deal.
Well,
nobody's voted by
the patrons. You have to have Colleen's permission.
No, you have to. You have to be. You can't
chosen.
Just join.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you don't answer any of the questions, I just say fuck it. I'm not picking you.
Oh, okay.
I go in there like once a week and see if.
See, I told you.
You're not wrong, man.
I'm not wrong.
I'm just not on Facebook that much
So
anymore. I don't even wish people happy birthday anymore.
Oh, well, BT Dubs.
Because
Tomorrow's my birthday.
You're always on vacation.
Oh, tomorrow's your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Thanks. Yeah, just
48?
58.
47.
Oh,
wait, you
Thank
said
you
you
very
were
much.
47 earlier.
No, I said that I'm going to be 47 because JFK was 46, and I found that out, and I'm 46, so I'm going to be 47.
Oh.
So
Back
take that in your cookie wars. Stuff it. So
He fucking told you.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Did you trip?
He kicked you right swiftly in the nuts.
right in the cookie. Kicked you in the cookie.
My grandson Hayden, he wanted some Oreos, so we got the double stuffed Oreos because he likes the double. I don't like them, but on the box, it's on a Nazi box. It's an Oreo box. It says double stuff in red lettering on the stuff.
Yeah.
So he kept going. He goes, "Where's it at?" I go, "Where's what at?" The writing. I go, it's Oreo. It's right. It's right there on the thing. And he's like,
you got the red letters on it.
He goes, "No, Papa." He goes, "Where's the writing?" I go, "All right, dude. I don't know what you're talking about." I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes to the pantry and comes out and goes, "That the red writing. Where's that at?" I go, "Oh, that's just to get you to buy it. They don't actually put the red writing." He goes,
Yeah, he's like so disappointed.
I ruined his day telling him it was fake.
Yeah.
Wait till he finds out about Hydrox and their Nazi sympathizers.
Wait till he finds out about Santa.
Yeah.
But
Or
anyway.
Fanta or Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Or free energy. Or global warming.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
global warming. Anyway.
We like to thank our patrons. We thank everyone who listens to us, everyone who joined us in the chat. Thank you, John, the UPS guy, for giving us the versus this week. Hopefully I don't win because the pressure is just amazing. I was going to pick a favorite Dorito chip. That's what I was going to pick. But
Salsa Rio.
I thought we did that one.
That would win.
I think we have, but I think we've done that one because Ranch wins every time. I think.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we thank Tack from.
No.
Nope. We thank.
We
don't think Tack.
We thank Joanne, Eckhart, Ed, and Mortis God Maggie.
Yes. but not Tack.
Okay. Somebody is in the clouds and remembered that over the producer who should know that.
Flying high in the sky with
But I'm old.
Eckhart, Ed, and Maggie.
I'm old. Because
Go on to Facebook and vote on the poll for us.
Someone's higher than a
If you
Swift.
remember
Actually, maybe I should. It's higher than a Taylor Swift double stuffed cookie. Is that what you're saying?
Then being launched, kicked in the cookie. Yeah.
Good night, folks.
All right, guys. It's been a fun night. Next week, Thursday.
I won't be here next week.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I guess. Yeah, okay.
So no song.
Whatever.
No song next
No
week.
song.
Yeah.
Are you going for work or vacation?
Going for work.
Okay, then I can call you if someone
You can
dies.
call me. You can call me and tell me somebody dies now.
Wow, he just fucking threw that out of the table. God damn, knock on wood.
So Thursday.
Can we do it at 9:30?
Yeah.
No, there's no Bruce,
soca.
so.
Yeah.
No soca.
No soca.
No soca.
No soca.
All right, guys. Everyone, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week. And subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to the channel, and that way you can join us live in the chat.
There you go.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.